Good morning everybody. Lula and I are busy building a potato garden. I've never planted potatoes before, but here we are putting cardboard down and then putting compost on top of that, and a lot of compost needs to be heaped up on top of the cardboard. Then the potatoes gets planted and we'll see how this grows. So here I'm heaping it up so that it forms a hill in which the potatoes will grow. And then we continue to repeat this process 6 times. There's 6 beds of about 4 meters long for potatoes and sweet potatoes. I'm watering it down very thoroughly so that the cardboard can also stay wet, and then the process repeats itself, as I said. And here you'll see my trusted sidekick Lula is always around. She's always watching me, waiting patiently for attention and also guarding her mummy. It's once again a very, very windy day. And here Eddie is coming to help me. And Lula loves to chase the rake. She is adamant that every time we use a wheelbarrow or a rake that she will attack it with all her might. Over here we mix some native soil with the compost on this side, and then on this side we didn't. You can see the difference in color, but what I'm more concerned about is the water retention. That compost is not very good at retaining the water, whereas this native soil is going to retain the water fantastically. Just as I've been putting some water on it, I've actually noticed the difference already. The reason why we can't put potatoes straight in the soil here is because our soil is so rocky. I think I've said it before, that's why I put raised beds in and didn't just plant into the soil. I wish we could harvest some native soil somewhere just to mix with the compost for the potatoes particularly, because then it'll keep them, they wouldn't have to be watered whatsoever. Anyway, we'll see what we can do. I think I'm going to stop recording here for the moment because the wind has just blown the camera right off where I put it up. It is still very windy, but I've decided to mulch all my beds. I've just did an experiment. For the last few weeks I've mulched half of one bed and a small other bed, and all of a sudden I've noticed that everything is sprouting and germinating in the mulched beds but not in the unmulched beds. And I've been watering and getting so frustrated with all the soil getting dry so quickly, and I really think it's just the seeds need that extra bit of humidity to germinate. So I've been absolutely pleasantly surprised, so this is what it looks like. This bed I mulched really lightly because I planted some ground beans in here and they just didn't germinate. But subsequently, there's number 3 of my ground beans that germinated. There's number 2. And the first one that germinated was on the edge here, and I have no idea why that one germinated and the others didn't. But there's ground bean number 1, and he is so nice and green and big, and I'm so proud of them. So now out of my about 10 ground beans, 3 have germinated, so I'm very happy about that. You would remember a few weeks ago I told you that as a child I used to love ground beans, but we couldn't find seeds. So now I'm very happy to see my little ground beans are germinating. So mulching it is. This is one of the first beds I mulched, and even okra. I've tried my best to get okra to germinate in the house, and it wouldn't do that. And look, it was very happy to germinate and start sprouting here. So just to give you an idea, this is what the beds look like mulched. It looks so much neater as well. The one thing I've learned now is that the best thing is to mulch before you plant your seedlings, especially the onions. Here you can see it took me ages to get the onions not to be flattened by the mulching, and I'm glad I took the time to pull them out from under the mulch, otherwise they would have definitely died. Here is my first radish harvest. I'm very proud of it, and it looks so pretty. The Easter eggers. And Eddie grabbed a whole lot of leafy vegetables for his dinner from our garden. So at the end of the day, here is our 6 potato beds. And our darling Lula thinks we made his bed just for her. And she's sitting around playing on it. So let's fingers crossed that this will work out well and our first potato harvest will be successful. As the sun is setting, I'm so full of anticipation. Don't go yet, we have a surprise for you. So Peter and Alex are just arriving. It is 7 o'clock at night, so it's dark already. But they are arriving with Peter's birthday present from me. Here's the knife. Yeah. What is Alex got?
Is you right, Alex?
I think.
Ish. I hope he's alright.
You okay, Alex?
Yeah.
You sure?
Okay.
I think his neck was bent right backwards, so I think he might be a bit stiff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, let's put him in. Feeling alright?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay. So we're going to put here. First, you got both his legs.
Yeah, I have.
Come back a little bit. In case he jumps. Okay, Mr. Alex.
What about his neck?
Yeah,
Isn't he not bound by his neck as well?
No, it's all off, eh?
yeah, it's off.
Okay, Alex,
you
be
can let him go when
careful.
you're ready.
It's sharp.
Yeah, sharp.
Wow. Oh.
Let's see ya. Our first Springbuck Ramiki on the farm, and we've decided to call him Sia.
Oh, sweet.
Alex says you'll find the girls tonight.
Is it?
Yeah. Well done, Alex.
Oh, quick and easy. There he goes.
Yeah.
Oh. Come see how there's water here, my boy. Oh.
Like Alex was saying, he's come out of a tiny little camp.
Oh, wow.
So now he's going to have a big farm to run on.
He needs hooker to get the water. So that's our little Springbuck ram. And we've got 3 girls on the farm, so hopefully we'll have some babies next year.